I used to get nervous every time I spoke on a call. I had a shaky voice. I used to second guess everything that I used to say until I made this one mindset shift that helped me go ahead and become the top 1% closer. And no, it wasn't some script or some secret hack. It was me shifting the way that I thought about myself. And the moment I did, everything changed. My confidence, my income, and my life. So in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and share to you the one mindset shift that I did that's gonna go ahead and help you become a top 1% closer the same way that it did for me. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is that you are the prize when it comes to being a closer. When you're sitting in front of a prospect, they need you more than you need them. And that's the first mindset shift you need to understand. You don't need to close them, you want to close them. That's the difference. You don't need their money, you want their money, right? You don't need anything. You don't need to come out of desperation. Once you understand that what you have to offer can help them and change their lives, that's how you're gonna have to start acting, and that's how you're gonna become the top 1%. Think of CEOs, right? CEOs, they don't go ahead and they beg and they lean in. They have this authority, they have this authoritative aura, right? And it's the same thing you're gonna need to have. You need to get out of the mindset thinking that you're just an employee, that you're just a worker. No. In your field and whatever you're selling, you are the expert, not the other way around. And people buy from experts. Look at doctors, look at dentists. People go to them because they need their help. And it's the same thing when it comes to you as a closer for whatever offer, whatever you're selling. You are the authoritative. They need you more than you need them. Now, number two, what you gotta understand is that every objection is an invitation, right? You should get into the mindset that objections are just part of life, and you should need to get used to having objections. So every time I get an objection, I get excited, and you should too as well. It's not a rejection, it's an invitation for you to go ahead and see how you could solve their problems. If the person doesn't object, that means number one, you're really lucky, or number two, that they're just not real. They're not actually gonna buy, they're just BSing you. So you wanna understand that when you get an objection, you should be excited because that means that you're closer to a deal than ever. Objections don't mean no, I'm not gonna do it, no. It means prove to me why I should do it, right? And that's exactly what a closer does. They prove it, they convince, and they close the deal. And the worst thing you want to be is in sales is an order taker, right? If somebody comes in and they're already ready to buy and they just want to give you their credit card, then what's the point of having a closer or a salesperson? Closers are meant to take no's to yeses, people from maybe to let's go, let's roll. That's what a closer does, right? If you wanted to be an order taker, just get a job at McDonald's and take some orders for a freaking Big Mac and a side of fries, right? At the end of the day, a closer goes ahead, they take from a no to a yes, a maybe to a yes. You should look at every objection as an opportunity for you to go ahead and earn your paycheck. Roll up your sleeves and earn the paycheck. And another thing you guys gotta understand is that if they don't spend money with you, if they don't buy your product or service, they're gonna buy somebody else's product or service. If they have their last $500, do you think they're really not gonna spend it somewhere else? If you don't close them and help them improve, number one, you should be sold on your product, and you don't help them improve with your product, your service, or whatever you're offering, then they're gonna go spend that money at the club, they're gonna spend that money on clothes, they're gonna go spend that money on something else that's not going to help them improve their lives. So you need to understand, if you don't close them, they're going to go somewhere else, and the money's going to be spent somewhere else in something that they probably don't even need, right? So you need to believe in your product so much that that money belongs to you, that you should go ahead and close. Because if you don't, they're going to spend it somewhere else. And that means that you just wasted your time, your energy, and all your attention trying to close this deal, and you didn't close. That means the money's gonna go somewhere else and not to you. The third thing you need to understand is that clarity equals confidence, right? For you to be confident in something, you need to understand what's going on, right? Majority of salespeople as well, they just guess. They're like, oh yeah, maybe this is gonna happen at this time. No, closers prepared, they're trained, they're well-trained people, and they're freaking prepared. It's like the Navy SEALs. The Navy SEALs doesn't go into a site or an area or whatever without being trained. They know the coordinates, they know the team play, they know where everybody's gonna be positioned, they know what they're gonna do. It's the same thing as a closer. You need to think of yourself as a Navy SEAL. You need to know, you need to be well-trained, well-prepared to go ahead and close the deal. Because if you're prepared, you're going to close more. Clarity equals confidence. So the clearer you are throughout your day, your schedule, and how the call is going to go and what's going on, and you have information on them and you know what problems they need to be solved, you're going to be a lot more confident in closing them and actually getting a deal done. Now, I want you guys to understand that nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody, especially as a salesperson. You're not guaranteed a salary. Maybe if you get a sales job and you get salary, that's cool and all. But if you're a real person, a real closer that's actually working on commission, no one's going to come to save you. So if you cannot close a deal, you might as well start working at McDonald's or get another job or something else, because this probably isn't for you. You need to take full responsibility. It is your job to close the deal. If you cannot close their cycle of what they're trying to find, the prospect is trying to find, then you did your job wrong. Your job is to get them the product, the service, convince them to buy so they can end their cycle and improve their life. If you can't do that, then you failed as a closer. So with that being said, implement those 3 things. And I promise you, you're going to close a lot more, and you're going to become one of the top reps in your company by just understanding those 3 mindset shifts. That one mindset shift, which is literally just understanding that you are there to help them, you don't need them, you want to help them, and that they're gonna spend that money somewhere else, and you need to be the one that's gonna go ahead, give them a product or service that they're gonna buy, because if not, they're never going to improve their situation. So if you enjoyed the video, I hope you guys take some notes. If you guys want to know how to land a high ticket sales offer and get some training and understand how sales works, I actually dropped a free video down below where it teaches you everything you need to know on how to go ahead and land a high ticket sales offer and start making more money doing that. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys on the other side.